But everybody hears that, everybody knows that, but to actually live in this straight, abundant knowing of self as God or goddess from source, knowing that you are, like, that's the message for this card, knowing that you are divinely loved, guided. You are that. You are not separate from your creator. I feel like coming out of the energies of March, this information has been downloading into you, Virgo, with these little yod tears here. And it feels like the truth for you, that more and more each and every day you are claiming your inner power, your strength, your knowledge that you are a divine being, a spiritual being having a human experience. You're not a body, you have a body. All of that information. And I feel like that's what you're willing to stand up for in your life. And that's the only way that you would even bother taking something on at this point in your journey, Virgo, is that it really has to match your value system. And some people, a lot of people, most people do not fit in that vision of this connection that you've been nurturing and building and growing with spirit in your life. And even in simple ways, like noticing nature and the cycles of nature and being appreciative of, even if it's raining, that the knowledge that the earth needs the rain and that you need the rain, because we are made up of all of the elements in certain varying degrees, depending on our astrological charts. I do study astrology too. I'm going to drink some tea. And let's pull some clarifiers on these. The Lovers. So yeah, I feel like people have been offering you this opportunity to connect with them, and they just don't have that level of dedication and awareness that you would need to step into this with them. It's just not, it's not clicking, it's not melding. I feel like these people are running on automatic, and you want something so much deeper than that. I knew I was picking up love and like a little bit of despair and like, oh my gosh, another one. I have to go on another date if you are single. This isn't a love reading, it is general. So we'll see what other energies come through. So I feel that this isn't a person, Virgo, but an experience that you've had in the past. This heartbreak and disappointment and things not working out, and maybe your passion fizzling out on certain projects, that you're now coming to understand that they had their time and place, but it all led you up into this point in your life right now, currently, that had you not had those experiences, you wouldn't be the person that you're coming to be in today's world, in the now moment. These have been fuel for your inner understanding and your search for the truth. The Ace of Swords is a very single-minded, like, let's distill it down to what's actually true. At its core and at the very basic level. I feel like Virgos coming out of the month of March have been on this inner journey to understand and to purify what is driving them and what's most effective in how you present yourself to the world and how you treat yourself. And in relationships with other people, you're wanting to get more and more precise in your communications, in the ways that you think, and catching your thoughts. If you start going down a negative loop cycle, I feel like that's worth fighting for. And you know that. Yeah. Because you know it's going to get you this, the sunshine in your experience. Even if it's not sunny out, it's in your heart. Sunshine in your heart. Peace in your soul. Because at your essence, you know that you are here to be joyful and expressive and creative. And wake up every day feeling excited. And in those areas of life, those inspirations that you want to keep following, you know deep in your heart that that's the only way to move forward, Virgo, is to spend time in those directions. And you're willing to put the energy forth for that, for this outcome, for this to be in your experience. A full, bright, sunny day when you know who you really are in your full expression and in your full experience and in your full glory. What a great message. So you have time for these people over here that I feel like they've been a little bit of a distraction because you want this. It could be a Gemini or a water sign. But in so much of a deeper way than they are capable of showing up for you. So let's move into April. The Divine Lovers card in reverse. Interesting. The Four of Wands. Wow. And the Six of Cups. I'm going to go ahead and pull clarifiers. Queen of Pentacles. The Six of Wands. So your ruling planet Mercury is going to be, and the Nine of Wands in reverse. So lots of wands. Whew. 4 wand cards. Okay, I'm jumping all over the place. So Mercury is going to be retrograde for most of April. So I feel like there could be somebody coming back, Virgo, from your past with the Six of Cups here and the Six of Wands in reverse from a situation. And I know this isn't a dedicated love reading, but these are the messages coming through with the Cups and the Four of Wands and the Lovers and the Divine Lovers card in reverse. Something that you were really hopeful about and really excited about and wanted to give. You felt like, I think this is you. You felt like you could be in your full expression with this person, but at the time, like it wasn't the right time. And it was almost too intense for both of you to handle. And I feel like it's because you had so many other moving parts in other areas of your life that needed to be tended to. And it could be for finances. But you had this vision with this person that it could be the one, that they were your soulmate. But it wasn't, like it didn't click into place just because of the timing. And I feel them coming back into your life, and they could be a fire sign. Did I already say that? Yeah, I said Gemini up here, or a water sign, but those are the people that you're not involving yourself with. This person in particular, I feel like, is a fire sign with all of these wand energies. And I feel like they had to go away for a little while and retreat to get their head screwed back on straight, Virgo. And I feel like in your heart, you knew that that was the right thing to do. And there was some grace and ease around that goodbye. But you also knew in your heart that it wasn't a forever goodbye, because you've spent so many lifetimes with this person, and the familiarity, you knew that they would come back around. And I feel like they are in the month of April. Very well around the middle of the month, I want to say. And it's going to... I feel like it's giving you time to work on what you need to work on, Virgo. And when they do come back around, you're going to be on much more solid footing, having sort of put down your defenses in a way so that you can be more receptive to what they have to offer. And I feel like it's going to work better this time around. So I would love to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments below if any of that's resonating for you, and if it is a fire sign or who it is. So let's move into the energies moving towards the end of April into May. The Queen of Cups, the Two of Cups in reverse, and the Seven of Swords. Okay, let's see. Nice. The Wish card, the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and okay. So you're coming to very much more, this is the message, heavily rely on your own divine power, like what I was channeling up here, in making yourself happy. Like there's no other person here in this situation with the Queen of Cups, but she's so healthily focused on the health of and the wholeness of her own heart, that's what brings her to this feeling of divine love for herself and an experience of joy, and everything's okay, and everything, no matter what the outside circumstances look like, a sense of inner trust and peace and serenity that everything is just as it should be and things are lining up. Even though he can't see these cups behind him that are in perfect alignment, he knows, he senses that they're there, and that all he has to do is turn around, unfold his arms, stand up, and turn around and be wowed by the abundance that's right at his doorstep. I want to say footstep. Foot. Right at his feet. Because coming from an outer expectation of somebody providing that to you, it's just so, it's not where it is. It's so slow coming. And leading to this cycle of disappointment that this person can't meet your expectations because what they have to offer isn't exact enough or perfect enough or precisely how you need it to be. Like, fill your own cup up over here, and this won't be such a sorry, sad experience for you. Like, it's just, I feel like this energy is really weak compared to the cup energy over here. But these little circumstances happening sort of as a reminder to keep focusing on the joy in your heart and what excites you up here with the Sun and the Seven of Wands. Let's see, what about this energy? The Seven of Swords on the Three of Cups. There could be a feeling for some of you Virgos that somebody's trying to take your joy away. Like that they want to sort of accuse you of being a party pooper. Maybe you're not engaging with them, like these people up here, on the level that maybe in the past they're used to you being with them. Maybe you used to go out to the bars and party and show up and have a good time and drink a little too much, and that's just not where your focus is anymore. And probably for good reason, because it wasn't a healthy habit. And I feel like a lot of Virgos, and really starting to understand self-love and in a practical way how you love yourself, can be very representative by what you expose yourself to people-wise, and also what you put in your body and how you treat your body. And I feel like there's a huge focus on giving your inner child the love that it needs, and a self-nurturance that these people aren't going to be feeling playful for you anymore, or appropriate, or even worth your time. Interesting messages, wouldn't you say? Where are we? 1850. Okay. I also want to give you guys, let's do a crystal wisdom healing oracle by Judy Hall. I like the oracle cards. They tend to solidify and reaffirm the messages that come through the tarot cards. And I love crystals. There's so many. The crystalline structure and the vibration that each one uniquely holds is just magical, and they work. Bumblebee Jasper. I think that came out for Aries. So let's read number 6. Trust. Bumblebee Jasper's startling colors instill a new vibration. The stone stimulates new projects, bringing you the message that you must have honesty in your life. You're a divine being with immense inner riches, holding the bright, energizing light of the sun. Yes, all these energies that I was picking up on. That was the message that came out, the divine. Like you're so beginning to stand in your divinity and understand that that's your strength. You are born to carry out a specific task. Charismatic, you naturally attract people. You have inner strength and courageously go where others do not dare. Harvest your resources and put them to work to heal dis-ease. So, Virgo, if you're struggling or dealing with or coping with any sort of physical ailments moving into and through April, the message is to notice how you're treating yourself about it, like mentally and emotional. And if there's any sort of frustration or despair or anger around it, there could need to be some healing that happens for you in order to shift out of that vibration so that self-healing can occur. And what I was just picking up was maybe working with a local shaman in your area that can help guide you to, I'm getting this like shaking vibration of like shaking out this old energy to break up the crystalline structure that's taken hold in your root chakra, I want to say, and how you feel secure in the world and how you take care of yourself and your connection to being grounded here in the 3D reality.